Ah, okay. So, all right. Here we go. Hi, everyone. My name is CohhCarnage, and I'm here with Pillars of Eternity 2. Big thanks to Obsidian vs. Evil for a special first look. Now, I know a lot of people out there are very curious about the character creation, what abilities made it into the game, their final forms, that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do over the next little bit is we're going to look at all the options that we have in Pillars of Eternity 2. So it's going to be pretty good. Let's get started. First selection, male and female. Looks like this is basically just going to be cosmetic. Now, let's start at the top. We can be an Amua, a +2 might, and we'll take a look at their subs. Island Amua, Among the Waves. Island Amua are usually comfortable moving through water, deep sand, mud, and similar obstacles. Unlike all other races, they are not reduced to wading when running through such impediments during combat. Okay, that's pretty cool. Coastal Amua, again +2 might. Coastal Amua are renowned for their natural sea legs and sturdy builds. Whether it's due to their long history of seafaring or something innate, all coastal Amua have resistance to might afflictions. So might afflictions are staggered, dazed, and stunned. Okay. And they can be countered by might inspirations. All right. Excuse me, cat. Actually, real quick before I continue. Let me turn that fan off. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Next up, we have Dwarf. So Dwarf comes with 2 might, 1 con, but a -1 dex. Interestingly enough. Oh, thanks for the blessings, chat. Dwarves can then be 2 different things. Boreal, which has hunter instincts. In Boreal, dwarf lands, primordial creatures, and wilders have long preyed on hunters. Generations of conflict have given the Boreal dwarves an increased chance to graze against them rather than miss. Okay. Interesting. So their racial is actually against specific types, and it converts misses to grazes. Huh. Mountain Dwarf. Same stat loadout. Mountain Dwarves are the most well-traveled race in Eora. Their incredible journeys have exposed them to all manners of lethal hazards, giving them resistance to constitution afflictions. Sickened, weakened, and enfeebled. That's pretty good. Next up, we have Elf. +1 dex, +1 per. Pretty normal there. We have a Pale Elf. The Pale Elves' long history of living in inhospitable climates has given them an inherent resistance to burn and freeze damage. Pretty good there. And then we have Wood Elves with Wily Step. Wood Elves have a natural resistance towards dex afflictions. Okay. The Godlike. Now, Godlikes are dex and intellect. These guys are pretty interesting. We have the Death Godlike. Death Godlike seem to have an innate sense for the vulnerability of their enemies as death approaches. Against all targets that are near death, Godlikes gain increased damage. Oh, that's pretty cool. Death Godlike gains an increased power level when they are also near death. Ooh. When Fire Godlikes are bloodied or near death, their bodies harden, granting additional armor rating, and their souls lash out at attackers, causing burn damage to anyone who hits them in melee. Whoa. Fire Godlike skin is naturally resistant to burn damage. Makes sense. A Moon Godlike. The souls of all Moon Godlikes are connected to reserves of healing energy. In combat, the first time a Moon Godlike is hurt, bloodied, or near death... What do these mean? A character that is between 75 and 50% health is considered hurt. A character that is between 50 and 25% health is considered bloodied. Okay. Cool. They will automatically generate a wave of healing around themselves. Okay, that's a cool ability, but that makes me wonder very much if that's level locked, and if that levels up with you. Because that could be pretty good at the beginning of the game, but I wonder if that's going to be like completely negligible by the end. That may take some testing. A Nature Godlike. The souls of Nature Godlikes respond powerfully to inspiration. While a Nature Godlike is under the effect of any might, con, or dexterity inspiration, they benefit from an increased power level. Now, power level is new to this game. It's a measure of the overall power of your character. All active spells and abilities are modified by power level and become more powerful as you gain levels. Some item spells and abilities may also influence your power level positively or negatively. Power level also plays into multi-classing, because if you multi-class, as far as I know, you can't take any of the classes to max power level. You can only get max power level, which is over 9,000, of course, when you have a main class, which is interesting. So, real quick before we continue, let me go pop my thermostat real quick. I'll be 30 seconds, and then we're going to keep doing this. I'm so hyped for this. My internal temperature is going up. Okay, so here we go. Human. Human is might and resolve. Now, this is who we're probably going to be. Meadow folk have fighting spirit. All folk have an indomitable spirit that rises to the challenge when things are looking grim. Whenever a folk is below bloodied or near death, they give a bonus to accuracy and damage. Nice. And it looks like they all have the same. So, yeah. All humans are the same. Cool. They even have the same stats. Huh, okay, cool. And then Orlin. -1 might, 2 per, and 1 resolve. We've got the Wild Orlin. Wild Orlins are naturally sound of mind and gain resistance toward resolve afflictions. Cool. And then Hearth Orlin. When Hearth Orlins attack a target that is also being threatened by a teammate, they convert some of their hits to crits. Well, I think we found our assassin class. There you go. That seems like a really strong racial ability. All right, we're going to probably be a meadow folk. Now, here's the thing. We're going to multi-class, but I know a lot of you guys want to see abilities from single classes, so we're going to start there. We're going to look at all the classes and see what they can do. So first we have Barbarian. They are a crowd control major role with a minor role in Defender, and their resource is Rage. And they come with these stats to start with. Their subclasses are Berserker. Frenzy grants tenacious and hardy inspirations instead of strong and fit. Okay. Gains significant hit to crit conversion on melee when carnage attacks when frenzied, but they become confused when frenzied. Whoa. And they cannot see the health when they're frenzied, and they take raw damage continuously while frenzied. Okay, that seems dangerous. Good luck, Berserkers. Corpse Eater. Gain the Flesh Communion ability. Target a hostile dead Kith, Wilder, or beast to devour their corpse, healing the Barbarian and granting them rage. Penalty. All rage abilities are increased in cost by 1. By the way, whenever we look at a class and we see this, the resource, that's a point system. So whenever you see like resource, or whenever you see rage or focus or wounds, those are all like a pool of a resource. Then we have Mage Slayer. Successful melee weapon attacks add spell disruption to the target, causing Wizard, Priest, Druid, Cypher, or Chainer spells to have a chance to fail to be cast. Cool. And we gain spell resistance. That's pretty fun. Cannot use potions or scrolls. That'd be fine for us. And passive spell resistance affects friendly and hostile spells. So you could resist a heal? Interesting. All right, now for the meat. Let's see what these guys can do. So what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to read all of these out, but I'm going to make sure they all go on the screen. And we're going to just kind of check them out together. And the reason I'm doing this is because when people go back and look at this on YouTube, they'll be able to pause it wherever they want over these and see exactly what these abilities do. And we'll just kind of talk about them as we do it. Oh, +1 weapon set. There we go. That's nice. One-handed style. Okay, two-handed style. We know what that is. Okay, so these are the different style indicators. Thick-skinned. Some CR. Cool. Wilder Hunter. Accuracy with carnage attacks. And a weapon and shield style. That'd be interesting as a Berserker. So here's a new one. Full attack. Many abilities will state that they either use a full or primary attack. When such abilities are used, the character applies the effect to an attack with either all currently equipped weapons, full attack, or with their primary equipped weapon, primary attack. Oh, so if we were dual wielding, we'd actually hit from both of them. Okay, cool. Then we have Frenzy. Barbaric Yell. We'll go down these real quick. +10 Fortitude, +10 Will, +20 melee damage, and +1 enemies required to be flanked. Cool, that's a tanky ability. Reflex, +20 action speed on kill. Cool. Bloody Slaughter. Combat Focus. And then we're over to here. Wild Sprint. Nimble for 6 seconds, plus 5 dexterity, and 100% stride, whatever that means. Then we have Barbaric Roar. Now, one interesting thing is I don't know what this means. Do we have to pick one or the other? Or can we pick both of them and use both? Because there are defined lines here. So that'll be interesting. Anyway, real quick, we'll go through these. Barbarian Shout. That's Shaken. Attacks targets with 4 raw damage. Stagger. Oh, let's go down on these too, so you can see the bottom. There you go. It is a tree system. Okay, cool. Robust inspiration for a short time. Awesome. Resistance to a whole bunch of afflictions. That's pretty fun. Crushing Blow. Nice. Then Barbaric Smash. So that's the alternate. Noise. I like this new noise level. That's pretty cool. Leap. That's what they kept doing at the end of PoE 1. Good God, that was rough. Uncanny Luck. Tumbling. Unflinching. We saw that earlier. Plus 2 max health. Nice. Is that plus 2 max health per... Oh, yeah. Per level. Okay. And Interrupting Blows. Cool. I wonder if that stacks with the Mage Killer. That could be pretty nuts. All right, we'll start here. Lion's Sprint. The next attack made during the sprint gains a large amount of accuracy. Or Ram Sprint. Shove nearby enemies back when activated. Cool. Spell Resistance. Improved Critical. Brute Force. And Threatening Presence. Cannot be engaged by lower level enemies? Interesting. We'll kind of speed this up a little bit because we have like 10 classes to go through. Bloodstorm. Sprint Tornado. Spirit Tornado? Spirit Tornado. Savage Courage. Wait, what? Gain concentration when activated. Okay. These abilities are all new. Everything past 6 no one's ever seen before. Ooh. After killing an enemy, the Barbarian's recovery bar is immediately refreshed. That's pretty awesome. 15 damage with empowered attacks. +1 pen with empowered attacks. What exactly is empowered? Empower yourself to refill half of your expended resources, or empower... Oh, empowers the ability that everyone gets to get, like... Everyone gets to use once per food or rest. We'll have to see how that works when we go in. All right, almost done with Barbarian. Heart of Fury. Panther Leap. Thrash all enemies near the impact site, dealing slash damage and raw damage over time. Adds a burn damage effect on the area effect of the impact of Leap. Vengeful Defeat. Oh, look at that. When a Barbarian dies, it makes full attacks on everyone that trigger Carnage. +1 Empower points. That's good. That's big. Here is Driving Roar, which is a 3rd spell on this line. So it does... Enemies in the line are now affected by the force, and enemies are also pushed back and take crush damage. And then enemies also take crush damage and are dazed. Cool. Instrument of Boundless Rage. Knocking him prone. Nice. And then finally, Blood Surge. Barbaric Retaliation. Wow. Every time someone crits them, they make a full attack against them. Jeez. And +1 all power levels. So see, the thing is if we multi-class, we don't get any ability past level 7. So all of these are completely locked out to us if we multi-class. Pretty interesting. All right, next up is Chanter. Where Chanter, we can do a Beckoner. Summon invocations are -1 phrase. Invocations summon twice the number of creatures. Creatures summoned by invocations are immune to the Paladin Abjuration ability. The Chanter summons are smaller and have reduced health and duration. Oh. Okay. Oh, you get up to level 7. I'm sorry. So only levels 8 and 9 are locked. Thank you. A Scald. Offensive invocations cost -1 phrase. Weapon critical hits have a 50% chance to grant a phrase. Nice. That's kind of awesome. Non-offensive invocations cost +1 phrase to cast. And then a Troubadour. Linger for phrases is increased significantly, so they last longer when you cast another one. Gain brisk reaction modal that increases the rate that phrases elapse, but removes the linger. Oh, so this is an either or. Okay. And all invocations cost +1 phrase. Okay. Now, Chanter, I think, has a lot of stuff. Yeah, so we're gonna go through this quick for YouTube. So I'm gonna just kind of do this real fast for you guys. Most of this stuff, I think, is gonna be from PoE 1. But again, this is so people that are gonna be making this class can look at this and kind of pause, unpause, pause, unpause, and see what the final stuff and all this is. This would probably take me a good hour to go through. This is also the kind of stuff that we're going to be learning throughout the game. So, yeah. That being said, though, there is some interesting new stuff in this. Yeah, a lot of this stuff actually looks new. A Frighten AoE, Will-O-Wisp Summon, a Health Restore. And then these are the passives, which I think are the actual songs. So it looks like they mix songs and passives into each other, if I'm looking at this right. Yeah. By the way, Chanter has one of the most abilities of all the classes. Even spellcasters have less spells. Because these guys not only have all of these, but they also have the passive songs. So you can have upgraded summons. That's pretty cool. I'm liking that. Cool. All right, already halfway done. Appreciate y'all's patience. I know some of you guys are probably not about this stuff, but there's a lot of people that are. So the only reason I'm doing this is since I'm the only one that can, I want to get this information out. Man, these are cool. This is making me thinking about playing a Chanter. It looks like they got a little bit more versatility. I need to see how it works, though. Maybe we can find a Chanter in game. For they do enjoy stomping your head. And face your foes. Alright, so in just a second, we're going to get to all the new stuff. Each kill fed his fury. Ugh. Quick summoning. Cool. Okay, there we go. Improved critical. The song. Alright, here is the second to last line, or the last line before the new stuff. I'm so ready to play this game. This is just making me even more hyped to get our story started. Oh my lord. Okay. 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 Alright, here's the new stuff. Summons a Swamp Spore. That's a cool druid summon. +3 penetration. Nice. Unleash an explosion of voice that knocks back foes and dazes them. Gain 3 phrases instantly. Oh, that's interesting. So this ability would actually give you the ability to cast more abilities. Ooh. Okay, it's like a bounce. Okay. Here's the upgrading. They did a song. They did sing a song of carnage. Yeah. Summons an the Chanter summons a collection of ancient weapons to attack their foe. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, calls forth from the sky an adult dragon to aid the Chanter. Nearby allies gain just straight up penetration. That's pretty cool. And increase the power level. Awesome. So that's Chanter. Very cool. Next up is Cypher. Cyphers can be Ascendants. Max focus increase. Reaching max focus grants Ascended. Temporarily increasing power level and reducing focus cost to 0. Whoa. Sound Whip does not turn off while ascended and provides more bonus damage during ascending. While not ascended, receive a penalty to power level. While not ascended, Soul Whip does much less damage but will generate more focus. So this is all about powering up to max. This is like a max power build here. Then we have Beguiler. All Deception Cypher spells have increased range. Deception Cypher skills restore focus when successfully cast on enemies that are vulnerable to sneak attack. That's a techie build. You'd have to really micromanage that one. Soul Whip provides less bonus damage and reduced focus. Then Soul Blade. Gains Soul Annihilation. A soul-enhanced melee strike that consumes a Cypher's power, Cypher's remaining power pool converts it into raw damage on the target. Shred Cypher spells cost less focus. Downing an enemy with a melee weapon temporarily grants concentration and raises max focus, but max focus is reduced. Interesting. So again, since we're not playing a Cypher, we'll go pretty quick through this. Whoops. Okay, we'll get the details. I think people are going to want the details. Yeah. So a lot of this stuff looks like it's from the past. There's Soul Whip, which is now a basic ability. Soul Blade, too. Okay. Monastic Unarmed Training. An unarmed Cypher. That's interesting. Phantom Foes. There's Mind Blades again. Recall Agony. It looks like they've put more spells on the low end. I'm pretty sure Mind Wild was Mind Blades may have been a 3 last time. Maybe not. Biting Whip. Draining Whip. And you have to choose. Weapon and shield style, 2-weapon style, 2-handed style, and 1-handed style. Actually, let's go down to the passives real quick, and then we'll do the abilities. Because we can be a little bit quicker in the passives. +1 pen, conk, max focus, defense while disengaging, +10 focus, action speed with spells, that's a good one. Brutal backlash, +20 range with spells, 5% crit, +2 max health, 10% resistance against spells, 10% accuracy with Cypher spells, 10% crit damage, never hurts. Get 5 focus when you crit. Frightened on kill. Okay, these are getting good. +10 accuracy with empowered attacks. +15% damage with empowered attacks. Okay, we need to figure out this empowered thing more. I'm very interested about this. Yeah, these are all to improve empowered attacks. Okay, now here's the new abilities. 15% of hits convert to crits with Cypher spells versus will. +1 max in power points. The Cypher's area of effect size increases the more focus the Cypher has. And that would synergize really well with that class that works at max power. When critically hit, put a 25-point damage shield on for 6 seconds? Interesting. And +1 all power levels. Okay. I think we're here in the abilities, so I'm going to zoom through these real quick. A lot of these you guys already know from the backer beta, which you guys got a lot of information on. So we'll do these real fast. And then once we get down to the new ones, we'll take a bit of a harder look at those. Yep. Oh, I remember all these were, in fact, almost identical, if I remember. Oh, that's a new one for sure. All right, here are the new ones. Share defenses for 30 seconds. Summon weapon Reaping Knives. 30% of damage dealt returned as focus. Siphon power from enemy souls. The Cypher is able to slow them down and increase their own action speed. 50%. Whew. +8 pen. Terrified and hobbled for 18 seconds. Is that an AoE? Haunt the target's mind. Huh, okay. I guess those are still two pretty good effects. And then Death of 1,000 Cuts. Interesting. Okay. And that's Cypher. A lot of potential there. All right, now we're going to save Druid and Monk because those are the classes that I'm going to be playing. So we're going to do those last and really take a look at them. We can do... This is the fighter now. We've got the Black Jacket. Start with an additional weapon set and weapon proficiency. Reduce recovery time penalty when switching weapons. But loses constant recovery. Okay, that was a really good ability. Then we have Devoted. May select a single weapon proficiency as their chosen weapon. Increase penetration with their chosen weapon. Increase critical hit damage with their chosen weapon. But accuracy is penalized whenever using a weapon that is not their chosen weapon. And only gain a single proficiency and no new proficiencies during a level up. Oh, that is Devoted. Okay. Unbroken. +1 engagement. That's huge. Increased penetration on disengagement attacks. Gain shield mastery, providing a bonus to armor rating while wearing a shield. Lower stride in combat, which is their move speed, apparently. And lower reflexes. Yeah, the soundtrack is great, isn't it? Quick look at your tree. We'll do the same thing. We'll just kind of zoom down here real quick. This will take all of a minute here. We'll call out anything that's interesting. There's rapid recovery. Plus 10. These are all standard tank passive buffs right now. Resistance to dex afflictions, might afflictions, defense when disengaging, resolve afflictions, weapon change recovery, damage with proficient weapon. That would synergize well with devoted. Plus 2 max health. Resistance to crits, deflection, armor recovery penalty. That's huge. 10% resistance against spells, crit damage, accuracy with disengagement, plus 1 max discipline. Oh, that's their power pool. Okay. Now we're getting close to the new stuff. We'll slow down at the new stuff, of course. There's the empowered abilities. Now here's the new things. 10% of incoming crits converted to hits. Great tank. When critically hit, gain +1 of your fighter resource. Okay. And +1 in power points. Unrelenting. Chopping wood. Oh. So if you hit, you crit. With empower. Cool. And then +1 power levels. Oh, everything past level 5 is new. Okay, cool. Thank you. We're just going to focus on like the last ones for now, though. All right, let's do this real quick. Gonna do the same thing. Gonna go real quick down until like the lower levels. Then we'll take a good look at those. Everything here I'm seeing, most things I'm seeing so far are from 1. So you should feel kind of at home there. There's clear out. Okay. All right, let's take a look at these now. Self. Strong, fit, quick, insightful, steadfast, and smart for 30 seconds. Wow. That's just a whole lot of bonuses. Damn. The fighter will now push back all enemies in a line when using Clear the Path. Or, the fighter now hits all enemies around them with the attack. That's a pretty big decision to make. Here's Inspired Strike. Primary attack if successful, stunned. Strike an enemy with a powerful melee attack, dealing high damage and stunning. Foes behind the enemy are staggered and take raw damage. And then after the strike, receive acute and swift inspirations temporarily. That sounds super powerful. The fighter interposes himself or herself between incoming attacks and nearby allies. The final damage total of any attack against a nearby ally is cut in half, with the fighter taking half. Oh, it's a guard. Cool. And Sundering Blow. That's a good one too. Awesome. Fighters look boss. We're gonna have to find a fighter quick. Hell yeah. Now Paladin's gonna be interesting. We've got the Bleak Walker, gain Flames of Devotion. Flames of Devotion deal additional corrode damage, black flames, and apply sickened affliction to targets. God, they're evil. Man, I tell ya. Darkozy Paladini, gain Lay on Hands. Lay on Hands grants a minor flame shield to the target. Goldpack Knight, gain Sworn Enemy. Sworn Enemy gains the upgrade Gilded Enmity, which causes a paladin to be imbued with the blessing of gold when they declare a sworn enemy. The paladin receives a bonus armor rating until struck enough times for the gold to break. Oh, it's a damage shield. Well, it's a damage shield with armor rating that doesn't prevent damage. Interesting. Gain Flames of Devotion. Flames of Devotion heals nearby allies. Cool. Gain Lay on Hands. Lay on Hands prevents a target from being killed for a short time. And +1 engagement with a shield. Whoa. That's, man. Those are some choices to make. Those are some choices. All right. Let's do another quick run through here. I'll try to keep the pace up here, guys. I know a lot of you guys are amped for the main story. I am too. I am too. But we're in a unique position today where we want to get this information out to people that want it. And again, if you're wondering why I'm going through this so fast, it's so people later can pause and unpause and see all the data on YouTube. Or the VODs here, wherever they choose to do. Alright, getting down to the new stuff. The big stuff, I should say. I do need to stay hydrated, thank you. Whoa! If the paladin is down with enough zeal, he reses himself. Cool. +2 of each of the Divine Paladin's resource. +1 on power levels. That's not too interesting, but good stuff there. Oh, this is interesting. I guess they still get the ability if they don't... Okay, So I think if we pick the subclass, I think we can still pick the other skills. It just takes points. At least it is. That's how it works from the looks of it. Yeah. Man, these guys have a lot of customization in their abilities. Yeah, this is kind of nuts. There's liberating, there's reviving. Oh, reviving has sub ones now. Grants the fit inspiration in addition to strong. Strong inspiration upgraded to tenacious. Ow, gives +2 pen. Nice. That'd be a great DPS res. Abjuration, that's a good one. Reinforcing exhortation. Enduring beacon. Inspired beacon. Fun. Cool. Reinforcing command, steel exhortation. Oh, there's healing chain. God, I love that skill. Okay, these are some minor upgrades there. Oh, this is the... Wait, what? Hold on. This is the AoE that Paladins can do, and then this adds a healing component? Oh, that's cool. Each pulse also heals their allies. That's cool. If the Paladin is defeated during the immolation, they revive with full health shortly afterward? Damn, dude. Okay. Well, Paladins seem kind of awesome. Some great changes there. All right, just a few more to go, guys. Thanks for hanging tight. We can do a Barith. Barith Priest, which gets all of these spells. Eothas. Oh, so it's just spell differences. Yeah, okay. So when you pick your priest, yeah, they just automatically get spells. Okay. Do the passives real quick. Okay, these look pretty basic so far. +1 pen with fire attacks, or electricity attacks, or decay acid attacks. Range with spells. Healing done, that's a big one. Max health and action speed. Crit resistance, action speed with summoned weapons, and action speed with summoned creatures. And power stuff. It seems like rank 7 is where the power stuff is for Empower. And then a +1 max in power points. And +1 all power levels. Priest does not seem to have a lot of big stuff here. Maybe it's over here. There's Holy Radiance, everyone gets. And, oh! Now, wait a second. I thought this was a wizard ability. Interesting. Okay. Speed through these. This is, again, most of these people already know about. We're just doing this in case there's a small chance that maybe they changed a little bit. The stuff in the backer demo wasn't the final spells, so they may have done some tweaking. So I think up to rank 5 is where... That's where the backer spells end. And then these. So this stuff is the new one. There we go. Pillar of Holy Fire. We know about that one. Minor Intercession is another heal. Salvage of Time. Oh, it's a pre-special. It's at a pre-special. Not all priests get it. The abilities on the left are the automatic ones. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, there's that big AoE. I love that one. Our Avatar. Shield of the Faithful. Symbol of Whale. What time we got? 9 o'clock? Okay, good. We're actually on target right now. I planned on doing this until about 9:30, so we're good. We're good. Ooh. Ooh. Light of Eothas. Ooh. 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 That's nice. Okay, priests clearly have it going on this time. This is good. This is good. We'll take a look at the ranger abilities first real quick. Companion passives. We also have more passive stuff. Weapon shield for their armor types and weapon types. Snake reflexes. Predator sense, some pet buffs. This is the stuff that we saw. Yeah, like this is the kind of stuff that we saw pretty commonly in our last ranger. The stuff I'm looking through here is anything that makes it a little bit more interesting to play. It looks like they definitely get more abilities this time, which is cool. Oh, range attacks bounce 1 time with ranged weapons. That's a good one. Hits converted to crits. I really like how there's not those big global pools anymore. I felt like that was just so many unnecessary abilities. Stuff that you'd never use on the classes. It looks like they just stripped all that out. And I gotta say, I kind of like that a lot. Okay. Attacks interrupt on crits with weapons. Nice. Alright, so these abilities are the same. We get Heal Companion earlier this time. Takedown as well. March for the Hunt is not new. Those are both new, although that was a sub of the last one. Revive Companion. We get that earlier, it looks like, too. Evasive Roll. Quick for 10 seconds. That's pretty cool. Concussive Shot. Hardy Companion. We can now adjust takedown combo. Greatly increased damage or large penetration. That's pretty cool. Binding Roots. That was an old one. Master's Call. That was an old one. Vengeful Revive. By the way, when I say that's an old one, it still may have been changed in this one. Play Dead. Thorny Roots. Furious Call. Deadly Surprise. The Ranger's animal companion falls over and appears to be dead for a limited time. When the companion stands back up, they regain health from the time spent resting. Afterwards, the animal companion gets a large damage bonus on their next attack. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Whirling Strikes. Oh, here's Twin Shot all the way at 8. So a multi-classed Ranger cannot get Twin Shot. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Also, wait a second. There's no penalty to the there's no accuracy penalty? Why? Wait a second. But it's no longer passive. It costs 3 bond. Oh, they changed this. They changed it. They changed it. That's an active ability now, not a passive. No wonder it doesn't have an accuracy down. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Shadow Hunters is pretty cool. That looks good. All right. Well, interesting. We did the passives, right? Yeah, we did. Okay. Cool. Just 1, 2 more classes to go, and then we're looking through all the 2 classes I'm going to be multi-classing. Almost there, dudes. Oh. And actually, before we do that, we still need to look at the Ranger subclasses. We've got the Ghost Heart, immune to bonded grief, so when the pet dies, nothing happens. Animal Companion is immune to engagement. Must actively summon Animal Companion during battle, and that costs bond, and it has a duration. Ugh. Companion is considered a spirit and is affected by spirit targeting powers. Animal Companion cannot be healed. Unable to learn both Heal Pet and Revive Pet. Wow. Sharpshooter. Bonus hit to crit conversion when attacking targets greater than 4 meters away. Bonus penetration. Slow recover time and lower deflection. That's pretty good. The Stalker and their companion gain bonus deflection and armor rating within 4 meters of each other. The Stalker and their companion suffer bonded grief when they are more... Oh, wow. That's like a melee hunter. That would be for a melee ranger. Because you're never within 4 meters of your pet when you're using, like... Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if a melee ranger is a viable thing in this one. Stuff to think about. Quick look at their sub-abilities. Assassin. Gain the Assassinate passive, which grants stealth attack bonus, penetration, accuracy, and crit hit. All damage received is increased. Okay. Street Fighter. Sneak attack becomes more deadly and recovery decreases when the Street Fighter is flanked or bloodied. So when they're hurt, they do more damage. Okay. Weapon crit damage is increased for Street Fighters both flanked and bloodied. Dude. What the hell? Recovery is slower when the Street Fighter is neither flanked nor bloodied. That's a techie one. That's a techie one. Trickster. Learn Archimer's Dazzling Lights and gain access to select illusion wizard spells. Dude, it's like a Nightshade from DOC. How cool. Sneak attack deals significantly less damage. Okay. That's kind of like a spellcaster almost. How fun. That would be a very interesting character to roleplay. Quick look at the ability tree. Again, we'll speed through this super quick. To show you guys what's here. I'm guessing this is, if this is like other assassins, they'll probably get a few techie abilities to do some like distraction, maybe some single target CC, a few things to apply effects, but outside of that, I don't think we're gonna see too much more in the abilities. We'll see though. I'd be surprised if we did. But this game has had some surprising things so far, so. Wait. Oh, wow. That's a good one. These are the empower things. Yep. Empowered attacks against bloodied or near-death enemies are guaranteed to crit. When the rogue scores a critical hit, they gain a bonus deflection for a short time. Cool. All right. Quick look at the abilities. And then we're on to our last class outside of mine. Again, this is the stuff that has already been public in the backer. We're just verifying the stats are still the same. Cool. Cool. Oh, enemies near the target are frightened by the attack. Two-handed stagger effect upgraded to... Wait, two-handed? Oh, look at this! Different bonuses for different weapon types. How cool. It just kind of fits into whatever you need. And they're all different, too. And these focus into two-hand, single-hand, and ranged. Cool, man. They're really opening up some doors in PoE 2 in terms of like how you can play your character. A ranged rogue? Well, I guess that would be really good for multi-classing. I guess you can multi-class that with like a ranger, and then you could still have rogue abilities that work really well into ranged attacks. Wow, dude. Perplexing step. Okay, what's this big one? Vanishing Strike. Strike an enemy and then immediately vanish into the shadows, granting invisibility for a brief time. Invisible and untargetable for 5 seconds. Interesting. Interesting. And then let's take a look at these real quick. Sneak attack. And Trickster. Oh, this is because we're in the... Yeah. Cool. Cool. All right. Looking good. Almost there, dudes. Wizard. Conjurer. Gain increased power level with conjuration spells. Gain conjure familiar spell. Summon a helpful creature to aid the wizard. Lose access to spells from evocation and illusion schools. Whoa. Oh, so these are like straight up specializations. Gain increased power level with enchanting. Free action passive. Lose access to spells from illusion and transmutation. Dude. Increase power level with evocation spells. Your evocation spells have a small chance to double cast, reapplying their damage and effect to their target again instantly. Oh my lord. Okay. Wow. Okay, that sounds really powerful for a for a DD wizard. Illusionist. Gain reflexive mirror once per encounter when first attacked to automatically gain the effects of spell mirror image. That's pretty awesome. That's super defensive. Lose access to all spells, increase recovery time. Gain increased power level with transmutation spells. Gain form of the fearsome brute. Transforms the wizard into an ogre. While in this form, spells are disabled, but physical attributes are increased. What? There's a wizard subclass that doesn't cast spells as its main? That's like a druid shapeshifter. That is interesting. I did not expect to see that. Okay, this is gonna be super quick. Because these spells are clearly designed to where you kind of pick one and don't get access to all of them, so. And actually, you know what? Well, yeah, I was going to say I'm just going to do the powerful ones here, but we'll do it super quick. This doesn't take very long. And again, thanks everyone for hanging tight while I do this. There are people out there that won't have a chance to watch the stream this morning that are really going to appreciate being able to see all these spells. Yeah, this is a ton of spells. Like, my god, dude. They are giving you a lot of variety as a wizard. This is kind of nuts. A lot of this stuff we've seen before. Most of this stuff we've seen before. But there's some new things. It looks like there's even some new things in the smaller ones. Yeah, this is Grimoire Slam is back. That's great. Combusting Runes, that's a good one. Console Hots, look at that. Wow, they straight up named him. Nice. Arcane Veil. There's the Arcane Veil that the priest got that I was talking about was Wizard Spell. Rolling Flame is back. Nice. Arcane Dampener, Displaced Image, Repulsive Visage. There's another Console Hot spell. I wonder if we're going to get any Lengrath stuff. Expose Vulnerabilities. Is this only coming to PC? No, I think it's actually coming to I think it's actually coming to something else too, yeah. Like Xbox or something, maybe? Yeah, I really need that sound effect right now. 4 days later. That would help. Dimensional Shift, Minor Arcane Reflection, Essential Phantasm, Wall of Flame. There's one of my favorite spells. That spell is so useful. It's kind of nuts. Torrent of Flame. I feel like some of these were higher level. I feel like some of these were much higher level. It's interesting because I think they moved spells around for multi-classing. A lot of spells that we saw were... A lot of spells and abilities that we saw more endgame in PoE 1, they moved... Oh, there's a Lengrath spell right there. They moved lower so you can multi-class them. At least that's my thinking on it. There's Ninjagoth. Okay, almost done with this. This is the last big one, I think. There's another Lengrath. I love that they... And there's Tane. I love they actually have names to their spells. Ninjagoth. Sitzel. We don't hear a lot from Sitzel. Major Grimoire Imprint. Wilting Wind. These are the good ones. Cadabald's Blackbow. Temporal Cocoon. Untargetable for 15 seconds and paralyzed. Nice. See, this is a rank. That's a very high rank. Yep, Wall of Many Colors. These are all the spells we got like at the end. Meteor Shower. Cloak of Death. Ooh. Missile Salvo. What are we playing? Mech Warrior now? Lengrath's Reflection. A minute of 100% reflect. Console Hot's Corrosive Skin. Petrification. Arcane Cleanse. Enchanted Armory. Cool. Man, that's fun, dude. That's fun. And then, of course, that on top of the subclass. That's a lot of different things. Okay, so we have covered pretty much everything but Druid and Monk. So now we're going to take a look at Druid. We've got the Animist that gets bonus spells. Fury. Instead of an animal form, Fury's Spirit Shift into a Storm Blight. Elemental Druid spells gain increased range and penetration. Killing an enemy while Spirit Shifted expends the duration of the shift, and you automatically learn some spells. But you can't heal. It's kind of a big deal. You can't heal in this mode. Life Giver. Heals actually get more... heals get stronger. When Spirit Shifted, they get even stronger. And they automatically learn spells, but they can't summon anything. And after they Spirit Shift, they receive a penalty to the power level of their rejuvenation spells until combat ends. Oh, be careful with long fights on that one. And then Shifter. Druids can switch to any of the Spirit Shifting animals once each per combat. Spirit Shift is a longer duration, and after the Spirit Shift ends, the Druid is healed a portion of their health. But they cannot cast spells while in animal form. And then here's our Druid. This one I'm going to kind of go super quick over because I'm going to be playing this class. So this is one you're going to be able to see unfold throughout the course of the day, and we'll be revisiting this as well as we go on too. So I'm barely even going to talk about this one. We're just going to pop all the abilities on the screen, so folks on YouTube can pause and play and see what they want to see, and we'll kind of go over this a little bit more as we play. Now the big thing I want to look at is this stuff. Because if in this, I'm planning on multi-classing. So this stuff I will not get. I will not get the empowering stuff. That kind of sucks. I'm not going to get the bonuses on this, which also kind of sucks because we're playing a shifter, so that's kind of unfortunate. Man, these are really nice abilities too. Wow. Each kill while spirit shifted will increase the duration and will corrode and lower the armor rating of nearby enemies. It seems really strong. And then again, we'll just super quick do these. This is all stuff that people pretty much already know. Oh, we also need to do these. And then we're going to get down to the rank 5. When we get to rank 5, that's when the backer stuff ends. Or maybe it's up to 6. So everyone's seen these. Those are pretty much not new. We're just popping them up there to confirm they're still the same. Now this stuff is new. Conjugator Blight is back. Venom Bloom is back. Sunlance is back. Okay, awesome. Rusted Armor, Lashing Vine, Nature's Bounty that fills the quick item slots is back. There's our Summon, Call to the Primordials of 3 Ooze, Weather the Storm, Entropy. Ooh, wow. That's really good. Avenging Storm, here's Fire Stag, that was Flame Stag. Regenerate, revive a fallen ally and grant them robust inspiration for an extended time, and revive them with health. Damn, we're going to lose out on the Druid's Revive. That sucks. Pollen Patch. Rejuvenation plant life follows the Druid's footsteps, rapidly healing all those in the area. If an ally is defeated while the Pollen Patch the ally is revived. Dude, it's Fern Gully! Damn. Aspect of Gallowing. Summons a giant beast of unnatural size. Oh, man. That sounds fun. Great Maelstrom hits for all damage types. Oh, that's cool. Touch of Death. And then Tornado. Wow. Cool. All right, one more class, guys, and then we're done. Man, that didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. Monk. The Hellwalker. Begin combat with more wounds. Hellwalker monks gain might for each wound they have. Hellwalker monks take more damage for each wound they have. Now, Pazka. All drug effects last longer. Generate wounds while receiving the bonus of drugs. Penalty. Crash penalties from drugs cause the monk to be unable to receive healing. Degenerate wounds while not benefiting from drugs. Well, if you ever wanted to play a junkie in Pillars of Eternity, do I have news for you. Alright. And then here's the one we're going to be playing. Shattered Pillar. Gain wounds by melee weapon damage inflicted. So this allows us to actually get monk points when not receiving damage, which is how wounds normally work. And since we don't want our multi-class drunk druid monk to be a tank, this is a great subclass for us. Cannot gain wounds from damage received. Required threshold to gain wounds is increased, and maxed wound limit is decreased. Kind of sucks, but you know, it'll be worth it. All right, this guy does not have nearly as many abilities as the other ones. We'll do a quick pop through here. Then again, this is the last class, and then we're just gonna multi-class up, pick our final character, and get going. And again, thank you everyone who has been so patient during this. A lot of folks are watching this live, and they are very anxiously awaiting me to get to the gameplay. So a big shout out and thank you to you guys for being so patient during this. Okay, a lot of tanky abilities, which is what we expected. The monk is kind of a tank by default. +1 wounds. Now, this is the stuff we're not going to be seeing in our multi-class right now. Here, there's the Empower line as usual. +1 accuracy per wound. Holy shit. Oh, I think that's the first time we've seen that. You get at least level 7 abilities in multi-class. Okay, I keep forgetting like what's what. What's in the backer demo, what we get in multi-class, what's, you know, I keep forgetting all this stuff. Then again, I don't really remember anything. So, yeah. All right, let's look through the abilities. Now, what's really nice about their abilities is a lot of this stuff synergizes with the Druid melee. So, like this right here, 20% action speed, that's going to work perfectly with our Shapeshift form. Come down here, we see that like this energizes Monk's attacks to also deal shock damage. That's going to work on our melee abilities with our Shapeshift. Hostile melee attacks directed to another nearby ally for 3 seconds. That's going to be perfect for us. Got a nice little kick here. A stun. And again, monk abilities can be used during our Shapeshift on Druid. Oh. Interesting. I didn't play a monk in PoE 1, so I'm not very familiar with them. The long pain. I want to get this just to see what it looks like. I bet that looks hilarious. Some dude like punching air 10 feet away and some guy in front of him like, oh God, what's going on? Raise Torment. Okay. Stunning Surge. Cool. There we go. Cool. In the blink of an eye, the monk streaks towards a distant target, hitting them with a full attack and inflicting crush damage. That's going to be so good to get us, like, we can cast a spell, shape shift, and then just sprint right into combat. Knock up for 1.5 seconds? Okay. Summon duplicate? Huh. What are the bonuses? Critical strikes extend the duration of the effect. Oh, that's cool. Allows the monk to use their normal melee weapons for the range strikes instead. Oh. I could use my shape-shifted fists as a ranged attack? Oh my. Okay, that we're gonna have to do some testing with that. That could be cool. That could be cool. I know Kofu. Okay, let's do shared pain. Enemies in the path are flagellated, suffering raw damage and bleed. Nice. Oh, another launch into the air. And then finally, Inner Death. Oh, it's the Kalima! The monk performs a precise attack, targeting not only the foe's body, but the inner core of their soul. If the attack critically hits, it deals tremendous damage. Oh. Whoa. Whoa, 500% crit. Jesus. Unfortunately, I won't get that ability on the multi-class, but... Awesome. Well... if I'm not mistaken, I think we just went over every ability, subclass, class, and race in PoE 2. We're going to go ahead and get this up on YouTube. As a quick note, as we finish out, I want to show you guys this real quick. This is the multi-class component. So what we just did was we backed out, and we did multi-class. So what we're going to do now is we're going to select our Druid. We're going to select the Shifter. Now, is it going to show us what we get? No, so it's still going to show the full tree. Now, we only get up to here. So everything down here, unfortunately, we will not get. But we get up to 7, right, chat? That's what you guys are saying? We get up to 7. So we get up to there. And then, once we've selected that, we're going to go back to here. Oh, we get to pick an ability. Let's play it safe. We're playing on Path of the Damned, so let's get a heal first. Wait. Is that not a heal? What is fit? +5 con. Oh, that's not even a heal anymore. That used to be a heal. Shock damage. Oh, a potential blind. Blind could be really useful. Slash damage. Hobbled. Hobbled is snared, right? Hobbled characters have -5 damage and snared. Yeah. Touch of Rot. File Thorns. Sickened. -5 con and -25 healing received. Pushing all in the area of effect and inflicting freeze damage. And then, of course, I think this. Charm enemy animals. That's going to be a little situational, but I do kind of want that. I think I'm going to get Charm Beast. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a request to show female models. Absolutely. We'll do that right here in just a second. And then we would pick the Monk. Shattered Pillar. We get to pick our first ability. We'll do Swift Strikes first, because that works really well with our animal form. And then we do our stats. So at that point, we're moving forward. Now, real quick, we just had a request to see the female models. So I will show you that really quick. And then we'll be done with this video. There's your Amua. Your Dwarf. Looking good, girl. Looking good. Your Elf. Damn, girl. These are nice models. Your Godlike. Whew! I tell you, those Death Godlikes. They kind of catch you by surprise a little bit. Human. Looking good. And Orlin. There you go. So, again, we're going to be human, primarily not because humans are the most boring, because they are, but they have Resolve, which I'm kind of wanting to keep Resolve up this playthrough, because I learned in PoE 1, if this game is anything like PoE 1, Resolve is going to be a primary stat in talking. Now, they may have changed that a little bit, because they have drastically grown out the conversation skills, but it's also a very good defensive skill, and we're going to need some of that, because I'm not going to be going high into Con. So, it's cool. I'm going to go Meadowfolk. So, let's go to here. Now, we're going to go ahead and follow the video all the way to the end of the character creation. And then we'll end it at the end there. We're going to multi-class. Druid. Shifter. We're going to do Charm Beast. And then we're going to go into Monk. Shattered Pillar. I'm going to grab Swift Strikes. Now, this is interesting. I want Resolve. Let's start with 15. We need Intellect because we're a caster. Maybe that. We don't really need Perception this run. We want some Might because we are going to be doing melee damage. Want a couple points of Con. And then we need, well, maybe a little bit less Resolve and a little bit more Dex. We want Dex for sure because that's going to be our action speed recovery, and that's going to be important. No, we are a caster. We're not a huge caster. And in fact, I can probably do this. But here's the thing. We are going to be casting spells between spirit changes. And we are also going to always be casting spells and buffs most likely before we go in. So the whole point of our class is we buff up, we put on a Storm Surge, we get all of our spells cast, then we shapeshift and run in and start doing things. But we will be doing casting as well. Also, there may be times when it's just not a good idea to go in. That's why we're going to be taking a gun skill. I'm going to take Rifle. So, yeah. Also, I really like the area of effect range because one of the most powerful spells in a druid's arsenal is the lightning attack, and it is still in this game. So that ability is amazing. Also, some monk skills use AoEs as well, and that affects that too. So I actually keep that at 13. Let's drop Might for Dex. Good. I like this. Let's try it. Where are we from? We can be from Adir, the Deadfire Archipelago. That's Dex. Ixamital Plains for Resolve. Old Valia for Intellect. Ruatai for Con. The Living Lands for Might. And the White That Wends for Perception. Let's do Adir. The Adir Empire is one of the most prominent of old empires in the West. It is centered around the equatorial and has a tropical climate. The nation of Adir is at its heart and houses the majority of its human and elven populace. Adir was once a powerful colonial force, but the loss of Ridceris and the Deerwood reduced its stature. Adirans are common in the Eastern Reach, but rare in the Deadfire Archipelago. What was my job? Okay, so this is going to give us some non-combat skills. So I'm not so much looking at the RP, and I'm looking more here. Sleight of hand. Okay. Oh, mechanics. I don't know if I'm going to be our lockpicker. I don't know if I'm going to be our lockpicker this run. I don't think I am. Interesting. This one only adds 2, where everyone else adds 3. Oh, people are wanting to see what these are. I'll mouse over them. Diplomacy. Bluff. Intimidate. These are different conversation skills. And then we have alchemy, which is maybe for potions. Generally increasing potency and duration of effects. Athletics. Once per encounter, characters with athletics can use second wind. Oh, so second wind is here again. Okay. Okay. So second wind is back. Survival. Now, survival is going to be interesting in this game because resting isn't a thing. So there's no like survival may not be as good because you don't get those resting bonuses. History. Stealth. Okay. There's sleight of hand again. Streetwise. Urban readiness as appropriate etiquette for dealing with unsavory types. And I think that's all of them. Yeah, I think that's all of them. Oh, religion. Interesting. Okay. Survival, athletics, and suit. I'm looking at merchant. I think I'm going to start with merchant because I think this guy's going to be our conversationalist. We're gonna be the guy that can talk his way out of almost anything. So, yeah, we're gonna start with merchant. Now we get to pick our weapon types. So I want to pick a rifle. There is no penalty for using a weapon without the corresponding proficiency. A character who is not proficient in a weapon only loses access to the associated modal ability. Oh. So this is only giving us bonuses. Okay. Okay. I like the accurate aimed shot, so we'll take that. Yeah, we're playing a drunk merchant. That's correct. Yes, a drunk merchant. Actually, maybe I want to use like a wand or something. Because we are kind of a spellcaster. This is interesting. Let's pick a two-hand weapon, because I'm not going to sword and board this guy. Leave yourself vulnerable to make a powerful driving attack with an S-stock? No. Character swings a great sword with massive force, increasing damage and cost of accuracy? Sure, we'll do that. We'll do that. It's kind of boring, but we'll do that. And let's go with... You know what? No. I want to use a rifle, so that's what I'm doing. Because you know what? I do what I want. All right, cool. Okay, I need the guy with the beard. For sure. Colors. Oh, here we go. Boom. Gotta get that carnage red. Skin. That's a little bright. What about right there? There we go. Little tan. Hair. Let's make some brown hair. That's more blonde hair. Where's my brown hair at? That's like red. Come on, man. What's going on here? What is this? Highlights? Come on now. Okay, that's more brown. There we go. That's brown. Okay, good. Head. You know what? One thing I've always wished in games like this, if I pick a portrait, there should be a little button down here that lets me load the exact portrait into the character. Wouldn't that be cool? So like you pick this portrait and then you click a button and it makes this character look exactly like that portrait. Every time I play one of these games, I pick a portrait and then I spend like 10 minutes trying to make my character look exactly like the portrait. Okay, let's see. There we go. Oh God. What is this thing above your lip? What is that? Oh, that's much better. Okay. Some people desperately want you to read Resolve, saying it has changed and is not needed in PoE 2. Hold on. Resolve contributes towards reducing hostile effect durations as well as improving will and defenses. It reflects a character's internal drive, determination, and fearlessness. Minus 15% hostile duration. That's awesome. Deflection. That's awesome. And will. That's awesome. It's a great defensive stat that will probably be in some dialogue too. It looks exactly like it does in the first one. Now it may not be as prevalent as in the other one. In fact, I almost want to do that because I really like action speed. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. Drop a point in it. Okay, we want a deer. Merchant. People are saying you need the other stats much more. Oh, thank you. Okay, well, I mean, this is fine. Again, defense is good. It's okay. Resolve is good. All these stats are, like, decent. They'll all help in some way. So it's not too big of a deal. But you know what? You can spec your character with 0 resolve for all I care. How's that? Sound good? Okay. Give me 1 second. I just got a small list of known issues, which is actually pretty small, thankfully. There's some characters that are missing a line or two of voice. That's fine. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. All right, let's go. Oh, good. It even saved our state. Perfect. He actually looks kind of like him. I think we can do that. Yeah, this will work.
Quick and quiet.
After him. Finish them. You're mine. Let's go.
Quickly and quietly.
Kill them all! Onward!
Let us end this.
Attack! I'm here, leading the way. Charge!
Bring them down. Show them how it's done.
I'll take a peek. Hey there. I got this.
I like that. Okay, we're doing smooth. It's smooth. Okay, awesome. And actually, that's a really good point. Someone just said something about the stats that made me kind of think a little bit. Perception adds to accuracy. Well, you know what? No. Let's leave it like this. And if this is gonna hurt, well, then we're just gonna take the pain. This may be the wrong way to play, but you know, this is the first time we played this, so whatever. We're gonna have fun with it. Here's average pose, heroic, hunched, roguish, nice, sassy. Oh yeah, there we go, boys. Stoic, sullen. They actually like average, weirdly enough. Stoic is kind of cool. Very defensive posture there. I like that. Like, watch his hip. Watch right here.